of course, there's this ongoing diplomatic row over the source of the Salisbury nerve agent. But the good news is, it's not going to affect the World Cup in Russia. In fact, here's a picture of the England squad getting ready to travel. Yeah. Hey, let's get some guests on! From the West End to the dizzying heights of Hollywood, this homegrown star is back as Spider-Man in the new Marvel blockbuster Avengers Infinity War. Please welcome Tom Holland! That is Tom Holland. Hello, Tom Holland. Lovely to see you. Welcome back. Have a seat, do. She's the Aussie goddess of pop who sold over 80 million records worldwide. Back with a sensational new album, Golden, it is the fabulous Kylie Minogue! Hello! Hi! Lovely to see you. Come in, Tom, Kylie, Tom. This actor shot to fame as Jim Halpert in the American version of The Office. Now he's terrifying audiences with this year's must-see horror, A Quiet Place. Please welcome for the first time, John Krasinski! That is John Krasinski. Really good. Coming in, I'm Kylie. And starring alongside John, it's the Golden Globe-winning British star of The Devil Wears Prada, Sicario, Into the Woods, and The Girl on a Train. Always a pleasure to welcome back Emily Blunt! Oh! Shiny! Hello! Hi. Lovely to see you. Hi, good evening. Lovely to see you all. You're all well. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Very nice, yes. And now, this is unusual, ladies and gentlemen. We don't often have this. On the couch tonight, a celebrity couple. Yes.
Who is it?
I know.
We wanted to make it
It sparks flew backstage. It's incredible. And it was John and Emily. Not just a couple, I'm married. And now, are you like Brangelina or, you know, Benifer or
Well, we were
Jedward?
sort of... No, our name is Crunt, we've decided.
I see how you got there. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it was Bluntinsky.
Yeah.
It just seemed, you know, long-winded. So Crunt felt efficient and sort of...
Do you use Crunt a lot?
Every restaurant.
Is that your
table
booking?
on the back available for Crunt? Yeah.
We sometimes send out Christmas cards, like, Christmas with the Crunts, come and have a drink.
That's going to go wrong, really.
That's why I like it, just living on the edge.
Now, talking of names, Kylie, such a famous name, and Kylie, you are Kylie. There's no, you are Kylie. But you've been to court. You are now definitely Kylie. Have you traded?
I'm most definitely Kylie. I'm going to remain Kylie.
Was there a question that you might have to change your name?
No.
No?
No, but there's a very famous another Kylie.
Only one Kylie, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
only one Kylie.
No, there was a settlement. We came to an agreement just so that things are clear if it's a Kylie Jenner product or a Kylie Minogue product.
Okay. And does Kylie Jenner, does she kind of own North America and you own the rest of the world?
Shit, kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Seems like a fair enough agreement, because I love it here.
Yeah.
So.
Feeling that Crunt might be...
Yeah. You need to trademark Crunt.
Yeah. You know, the Crunt perfume, you know. Smell like the Crunt.
Oh, my God.
What is that aroma? Crunt.
Wow.
Keep going.
He's talking through it. Now, Tom Holland, obviously, you know, your name, Tom Holland, clear as day. Who is Dave the Frog, and why has Dave the Frog got something to do with you?
Dave the Frog that's in my mouth.
Well, this is what I hear. What is that story?
Right. So we have to do red carpets all the time and take pictures, and I find it very awkward when they're all shouting at you and stuff. And a fan of mine tweeted a picture of me saying, Tom Holland looks like he has a frog in his mouth when he's taking paparazzi pictures. And I thought it was hilarious, so I reposted the picture, which then went viral, and everyone found it hilarious. But then weeks go by, and I'd look at myself in the mirror and be like, maybe I do look like I have a frog in my mouth.
I think this is the original tweet. This is you.
You
do look like you've got something in your mouth.
I think it's because I'm trying to go for the chiseled jaw kind of look.
Oh, you're
it's
clenching.
just not working.
Yes.
I think that's what that was.
You're crunting. That's kind of how John and I do the record.
Yeah.
Let's do the Crunt.
Now, Kylie, we've got to say, you are singing for us later.
Yes.
Yes. So what will you be giving us?
Well, as I've been slightly unwell, I may be giving you the husky rendition of Stop Me From Falling.
Ooh, nice.
I should probably record my voice message, right, like I can speak very low, which I normally can't do. So, yeah, Stop Me From Falling, which is the second single.
We'll talk about the album later, but it's chock full of singles.
Thank
yes, it really is. All right, our first big film tonight. It's already being hailed as the horror movie of the year. Wow. Not just other people have said that. Wow. A Quiet Place. Now, happily, it stars Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. This is great. We'll be able to talk about it. And not just that, directed and co-written by yourself, Tom.
Yes.
And congratulations both of you.
Thank you very much.
Because when you see this film, it is such a great premise for a horror film. So explain it to the people.
Oh, me?
You want me to do it?
You do it this time.
Well, it was pitched to me...
Just being clear, this time.
Yeah.
This time.
We pitch it to each other every night at dinner. No, this is a movie about a family that you meet who has to remain as quiet as possible. And you have to figure out why, and I'll give it away. No, they have to remain quiet because they are being hunted by creatures not from this planet that only hunt by an acute sense of sound. So if you make any sound, you'll be dead within 10 to 15 seconds.
Which, honestly, it's terrible. Because the movie, it becomes eerily quiet. And now, is it true that you practice this at home?
I mean, did we?
I did.
I feel like this story became as if, like, John and I are role-playing at home.
Yeah, I was the creature, and... yeah, exactly. Come on, make some sound.
Yeah.
Because it is...
Cheap, but good.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. Listen, we've got a clip. This will explain really what it is. This is you and your family on a really lovely day out.
Beautiful.
Lovely day out.
Lovely day out. These movies are not for everyone. Like Kylie Minogue, would you go to see this film?
I'm beside myself already, yeah. I couldn't watch that on my own, though.
No.
No, no.
Well, hopefully, no one will be watching it by themselves. It'll do very well. Let's hope. Cinemas will be packed. Because, Tom, you don't like these films.
Sorry, guys. I'm not a fan of horror.
Support the film, Tom.
I'm such a wuss when it comes to this kind of thing. I would be the worst horror movie director you could imagine.
No.
But that's weird because, John, you didn't like these films.
No, not at all. I think the technical term is a scaredy cat. And I never saw horror movies growing up. I was too terrified, and obviously I'm a huge horror fan now. If you saw my iTunes list over the last year, you'd say, I think we have a problem. But it's phenomenal. I don't think my name is the one that you see and say, can't wait to see a horror movie from that guy. But the original script came to me, and it's actually an incredible story of family. And so it's, to me, you can't tell by looking at the poster. We can show that again. But it is a love letter to my kids. It's about what would you do as a parent? What extremes would you go to protect your kids?
And is this true that this film you originally weren't going to be in?
Well, we had just had our second child, and I was about to do Mary Poppins, and so I was in a sort of general feeling of joy. I didn't know if I wanted to go towards the darkness of the pitch that he'd given me for this film. And then I'd mentioned a friend of mine too, John, when he pitched me. I said, oh, you should call so-and-so. And so he did.
So-and-so is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
So he did call so-and-so, and you didn't send her the script, admittedly. She wasn't sort of hired, but...
so close.
But so close. And then I read the script, and I was like, you need to call her and fire her.
Are you still friends with her?
We are, until the movie comes out, and then she's like...
And, John, for you, obviously, lovely that Emily wants to be in the film.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
as a director, is it then weird giving your life partner notes?
It was weird because I was very nervous about it, to be honest. I think we both were. Before we started shooting, she said, "Are you nervous?" And I said, "I'm terrified." And she said, "Oh, good, me too." I think it's one of those things where people think because we're both in the same business, we have the same experiences. But I've actually never been on set with her, seen how she worked. I'd heard she was a diva, and I just sort of like, can't get Emily out of her trailer, stuff like that. It's like, ugh. And no, but I think what it was is, and it sounds really sappy, but it's true. I think it's the greatest collaboration I've ever had in my career. I've never seen her work, and when you are actually in the room when she does what she does, honestly, it changes the air in the room. Everyone is just completely and totally stunned by what she does.
Oh, that's
See how, but I just know really young. But this is what I have to say. This is what I had to learn early on in our relationship. Was that British people are notoriously terrible at taking compliments. Would you agree? Just like it's kind of like stop talking.
No, that's actually what she did. We first met, and I was like, look, I just want to get out of the way. I'm a huge fan of yours, and she went,
You weren't cool at all. There was none of that, actually, I don't know your work. You were a proper fan of it.
Oh, I was full stalker status, yeah. I was just like, hey, you want to go on a date with me?
No, tell people, is this true? How many times have you seen Devil Wears Prada?
I mean...
Not 75.
Give or take 72. Yeah. No, it's one of those things that back in the day, us elderly people used to channel surf, and no one does that anymore. But yeah, exactly. Like I said,
so cruel.
No, it's just one of those movies that whenever you're going through the channels, you just stop and I mean, look.
Has anyone seen the film here? Probably. There's 4 people. There's a sort of montage sequence where Annie Hathaway's got numerous fabulous outfits that they go through. And John, one day I came home and he was watching it, and he was watching the montage bit, and he goes, and that's my favourite outfit. With the beanie.
Well, I couldn't get Annie, and so I was like,
Now, talking of meeting famous people, Tom, you recently presented at the Oscars.
I did, yes.
And then afterwards, as if that wasn't enough, afterwards you met, well, one of the most famous people in the world, one of the most famous women in the world.
I had one of the most embarrassing experiences with Madonna. I was at the Oscars, I presented, it went well. You know, I went out afterwards to sort of celebrate and have a good time. I probably had one too many. And I was at this party with a couple of my friends, and an old friend of mine who's a manager comes up to me and he's like, Tom, do you know Madonna? And I'm like, funnily enough, no. So he goes, come with me. So he drags me across this nightclub and introduces me to Madonna. Now, the whole way on the way over there, I'm going, what do I say? Hello, I had no idea what to say. So I get up there and I go, hello. That's all I come up with. I was like, hi, I'm Madonna, how you doing? I'm good, thank you, I'm well. And Jason can see me panicking and goes, Madonna, Tom is an incredible dancer. And I'm looking at him like, I'm gonna kill you. And she goes, really? Well, that's something I'd love to see. Show me. So I'm thinking I have 2 options, right? I can just faint, you know, just pass out, or I can take Madonna into the dance floor, dance with her, and show her my moves and just have a great time.
sure.
You know, me being an idiot, I went for option 2.
Yes!
So I take her hand, I sort of drag her into the dance floor, and as soon as I took her, I realised that this was a mistake. It was a big mistake. Now, I used to be Billy Elliot, and I used to do a lot of dancing, but that was all choreographed, you know? I didn't wing it. I didn't just go on stage and do a different show every night. So I start dancing with her, and there's not much arms involved. I'm just sort of doing a little 2-step to try and, like, warm myself up. And she's so unimpressed. She's so unimpressed that I just bailed and left. Ooh. I just can't do this. You should have fainted in the I leave Madonna in the dance floor. The next day, I'm telling my family on FaceTime, who's having a family dinner, about my evening and the Oscars. They wanted to know all the goss, and I end up telling them this story. My dad is wetting himself, my mum is cringing, and then my little brother Paddy goes, Who's Madonna?
Oh, pray she never sees this. I think a lot of people do have their signature dance. Do you have? Is that your signature dance move? That. You must do something better than that.
That was my Madonna, I'm stressing so much dance move.
Okay.
I think I've sort of adapted the lasso thing into a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, it hasn't worked yet.
See that?
Madonna,
Only I've done that.
Fantastic, Mike.
It hasn't worked yet.
Yes.
It hasn't worked yet.
John, you look like a man who has a signature dance move.
Of course I have a signature dance move.
What is it? What is it?
It's, in order to dance without getting hurt, I stretch. So I just make the stretching into the dance.
Oh, can we see?
It's called the lunge.
Oh, it's got a name.
Yeah.
It's the front lunge.
Yeah, you
Front
just...
lunge, yeah.
The crunge.
Hello.
You're gonna need some space.
Oh, okay. Do you want some music? Do you want
No,
some
it's...
music with
Sure, yeah, that would be less
this? Okay.
embarrassing.
Yeah, let's have a bit. Do we have a bit of Kylie?
Oh, do we have... Oh, is it Kylie Minogue? Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a spare. Okay, here we go. Spare Kylie Minogue.
Yes, come on. Do the lunge. To the lunge.
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, absolutely. Feel it. I'll tell you, that's how I met Madonna. Yeah, auditioning for her tour, and she said no.
I'm not sure if you want to stop that. I haven't asked you. Do you have one?
Don't have one.
Please do something after that.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
There.
I have nothing.
She said you're the best.
Oh, that's
That's
nice.
what she said.
I pulled a quad, so I hope I'm the best. That is,
Well, I'm not sure if the audience can top that. Let's see. So where is? Do I pronounce this Jemay? Jemay. That's Jemay.
Like
Jemay.
Like
Now,
very
Jemay, I don't know this dance. What's it called?
The turkey.
It's called the turkey. Okay.
I created it myself.
She's a choreographer. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Jemay has created this dance herself. It's called the turkey. When did you make this up? Today?
No. A long time ago.
Oh, long time ago.
Probably
So
about
this should be
10
good
years.
then. You've been working on it. Okay.
No.
And what Kylie track have you selected?
I should be so lucky.
Beautiful.
Wow, we're throwing back. Okay.
Throwing back. Okay. I hope it suits the turkey. Can you do it on the step?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Jemay giving her turkey to I Should Be So Lucky. That's beautiful. Thank you. Have you ever got lucky doing that?
It works better with the sound. You got to do like a.
Okay, that's not a dance move. That's just a turkey impression. But when we do animal impressions, you'll be back. Now, this is going to be good. Where's Drew Donnell? Oh, there's Drew. Now, you are giving us two moves. So the first one is?
Prayer, prayer, catch the flower.
Okay, prayer, prayer, catch the flower.
And
Okay, and what's the next one?
Please, sir, I've got a spider on my head.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like we've sort of seen them, but... Okay, so what Kylie track are you doing them to?
Spinning around.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one you're doing prayer, prayer first.
Yes. We'll do that.
Okay, so here's the music. Prayer, prayer, flower. Excellent. Okay, let's go to the next one, please, sir. Where's Rian Cummins? There's Rian. Now, I'm not sure, is yours going to be quite like the turkey?
It's not, but it's following the same theme.
Okay, what's yours called?
It's called the boneless chicken.
Bone? You're so close, Tom.
It's one that I
But she
created
took the
myself.
chicken and she moved it on.
She took it another level up.
Yeah. This is the boneless chicken. And, and is this genuinely a dance you would do?
I have been known to do it in clubs.
Okay.
So.
Love it.
And what Kylie track have you selected?
Better the Devil You Know.
Okay, okay. This is Rianne doing the boneless chicken to Better the Devil You Know. Disrespect to the others, but the standard's been quite That took it to a different level.
The bar was raised.
Oh, that is so good.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
That was
Excellent. Now, Tom Holland returns as Spider-Man in the new Marvel spectacular
Was good, yeah.
Avengers Infinity War. It opens on the 26th of April. And so we get the idea of the Avengers, superheroes come together. This is insane. Is it something 40 superheroes in the one film?
It's something like that. It's so overwhelming when you're on set.
Because are you ever all in one scene?
Do you know what? I don't know. Because I did a lot of my scenes with Benedict Cumberbatch with someone else, with just dots on their face, who I guess later on in the process will become Benedict Cumberbatch. So I don't actually know the answer to that.
But now, so can you tell us anything about this film?
You may as well ask me about quantum physics.
But is this true where but are you one of those people they deliberately don't say plot details to?
I am. I definitely am.
But did you let something slip in the past? Why do they think you're going to tell everyone?
I just tell everyone. Oh, countless things that I've spoiled, and I just wasn't allowed to read the script, you know. So I'd be on set and I'd be working with actors and actresses that were just tennis balls for that day. So I'd be texting people like, "Hey, are you in this scene with Spider-Man?" And they'd be like, "No." I'm like, "OK, cool. I'll just cross that one off the list of 40 people." "Are you in this scene?" So I just basically had to do a lot of background research to figure out what I was doing.
Is there like a superhero WhatsApp group?
If there is, I'm not in it. Because I'll spoil all the secrets. I just did fight scenes by myself, imagining what would happen.
Have you seen this film yet?
No, I haven't even read it. Honestly, I have no idea what it's about. Which is actually quite fun, because I get to see
Ticket for one, please. Well, this will be exciting. This is a clip. And you're in it.
Wow. I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, OK. This is you as Peter Parker on the school bus.
I remember this. Hey, I need you to cause a distraction.
We're all gonna die! There's a spaceship! Oh my God!
That's all me, by the way. There's no CGI. It's all me.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Thank you.
So, the excitement of being Spider-Man, because this is your third?
My third, yes.
So, is it still as exciting as it was, or are you a bit kind of blasé about being Spider-Man now?
No, I mean, you can't really. I mean, I remember seeing Avengers 1 with one of my best friends, Tom Holland, in the cinema as a kid, so excited, and now I'm in it. You know, I'm walking around with Iron Man and Captain America, and I can now kind of call them peers and stuff, so it's still pretty surreal. But this one's definitely been a whirlwind. It's been insane.
And what's sweet is, because I think a lot of actors, when they get roles like this, they have to say, "Oh, yeah, no, it's a thrill, da, da, da." But for you, this is genuine, because you post these incredibly sweet pictures. This is you as a young boy. Oh. Yeah, I mean, you are playing with yourself. But that is so sweet. And then this one, this is amazing. You were, I think, back in your house and you found this.
Yeah.
And so that was genuinely yours.
That was my first ever Spider-Man costume, yeah, which my lovely mum, who's here tonight, kept for me.
And now, were you one of those kids who, like, wore it to funerals and weddings and things?
I slept in that thing. That thing still stinks today. There's no washes that can make that thing wearable.
Oh, all right. But am I right in thinking that the Spider-Man outfit, as we knew it, is gone now?
No. Well, yes, it is. Basically...
Spoiler!
Essentially, in this film, I have a new suit, which Tony Stark gave me. It's an upgrade, and it's too fantastical to exist in real life. So I essentially... There it is. That's the first time I've seen it. Wow, it looks great.
Are you glad you came tonight?
I know. I'm learning so much.
It looks nice. Is that metal?
I don't know, Graham.
OK.
I don't know. So essentially, I have to wear... essentially, pyjamas. I wear these pyjamas with balls on them that light up, and it's super cool. It's not. And, you know, I'm on set with the Avengers who are wearing costumes that, you know, cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, made by the best seamstresses you can imagine. And I'm there in a suit made by Marks and Spencer's, you know? It's just... Marks and Spencer's is an English...
Of the highest quality.
Graham's there.
All right.
Absolute autograph collection. Hello.
Yeah,
Because John Krasinski, you were nearly in this world, weren't you, the Marvel world?
Wow, make me feel great. He's like, look at this poster. John, you almost hit that. You almost got to that level? Yes, I was probably, 16th choice for Captain America.
But you were in the costume and everything. I mean, you got pretty close.
Yeah, I got to the suit. It was a pretty big day for me. I was nerding out completely. And I got to say, for a split second there, I was feeling really good about myself. This guy comes up and they give you the suit. You get it. They give you the suit, and I was actually putting the suit on, and I was like, oh, my God, this is so amazing. And through the hallway came Chris Hemsworth dressed as Thor, and he was like, you all right, mate? And I went, no, I'm not. I'm okay. I feel like I ate a burrito before. No. Yeah, when you see Chris Hemsworth with next to no clothes on, you don't want all of a sudden be like, I want to take my clothes off.
Imagine how I feel, though. These are tall blokes. They're, like, tall. And I'm not that tall. I remember doing a scene on a planet, and there's all these, like, little dips and rocks and stuff, and I just said to myself in rehearsal, just find a rock. You know, the shots that waist up. Just find a nice rock, and it'll be fine. First rehearsal, I hop up on the rock, and I'm working with Chris Pratt. You know Chris, he's huge.
So sweet.
I was, like, chin height. You know, I'm happy here. And then they're setting up the lights and stuff. I'm hanging out, and I end up in a hole.
No.
And I said to myself, just make sure that you're not here when they're action! And everyone explodes to life. And I literally stood in this little hole. Already smaller than all these people, and I'm going to be polite. I was waist height with Pratt. And I spent 3 days like this. It was awful.
And let's not forget Kylie Minogue's kick-ass work in the seminal film Street Fighter. No, we've got an action shot. Let's see. The next one's even better. Let's see. Look at her go. Yeah.
That looks like it hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, because when you did that, did you kind of think, yeah, Kylie Minogue, action star, I'm going to do this?
No, I was mistaken.
But did it feel
But the
good?
training was fun, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm so puny. They had to really build me up. And my body changed shape and I was really strong.
And did you keep it up?
No.
No. OK. And now, Emily, you've done some action films. You've been on here talking about them. But this December, you take on one of the greatest superheroes of all time.
It's true.
Mary Poppins.
Yes. Which is, like, I imagine, sort of cool and terrifying at the same time.
Well, I think it did feel quite terrifying at first. And Rob Marshall, who directs this film, and he's absolutely fabulous, he is a friend. I'd worked with him before. He called me and left this very ceremonious message on my phone. He was like, it's Rob, call me back. So I did, and he was like, we're doing Mary Poppins, and I want you to be Mary Poppins. And I was just like, oh, my God. So thrilling and scary, you know, because I think she is so iconic, and Julie Andrews is so iconic that, you know, it's a big thing to take on. But ultimately, it'll just be my version of her.
And this version is mostly filmed here, am I right?
We filmed everything here.
Oh, wow.
Everything in London, yeah.
So, John, you got to spend time here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, is it correct? Do we need to apologise? Were we not that welcoming to you?
No.
No, most people are so welcoming.
But
Customs agents, not so much. I'm sure customs is a pain for everybody, right? It's a little bit of like, I got somewhere to be. No, you guys love it? Perfect.
they live here. It's quite easy to get in.
Like,
You just walk through.
yeah. I'm in the line of 1800 waiting. No, I went up to, when she was shooting, I was shooting something in Montreal, so I flew back to see the kids and my wife. I remember going through customs, everything was fine, and then 1 week, just got unlucky, and there was a guy about my age, seemed a bit grumpy, and he said, let me see, and he said, yeah, he said, you an actor? And I said, yeah. He goes, what do I know you from? And I said, I don't know if you'd know. I mean, we did the American version of your British Office. Strike one. Oh. I love that show. The UK version. I was like, I get it. And then he said, who are you visiting? I said, my wife. And he said, is she an actress? And I said, yeah. He said, would I know her? I said, I don't know. And he said, what's her name? And I said, Emily Blunt, as he was writing something. And he went, you? You. Yeah, and he goes, all right, get out of here. And like stamped my passport with a fury. Get out of here.
John, also, I did encourage him that he would be welcome more if he stopped wearing a baseball cap, because I just said, you look so American. Nobody wears baseball caps.
Oh, that makes it better. You look so American. Just take off the baseball
No, I
cap.
just wanted you to blend in a bit.
That's just called prejudice, is what it is.
But he went out and bought himself a tweed flat cap. No, he looked awesome.
Was that good?
No, he looked like something out of a Guy Ritchie film. You look great. And he walked down the street, and it was like the sun came out, because suddenly a guy turned to him and he went, all right?
What does that say about your country? That it's like, well, if you lose the baseball hat, get
Just
a flat
wear
cap.
tweed, that's what it says. What do you need?
It's that simple, then.
And was it nice? Because presumably having your children spending time here was
Yes,
quite nice.
yes.
Because are they American children?
You said it kind of sneeringly. Like,
Oh, don't.
Yeah, this is getting weirder.
Yeah. Put your cap on, you'll be fine.
yeah, exactly.
You like dry heaved. You were like, are they American?
Have you given birth to...
Oh, God.
It's worse.
Baseball hat.
It's worse than the film. And then an American came out of her.
I mean, they are semi-American. They did become quite... well, my oldest daughter became quite British-sounding over the course of the year that I was here for Mary Poppins. And she was sort of saying things like bath and water. And now she's back to water.
No, because apparently if you want the posh English voice, Kylie, you have a trick. Is this like the boneless chicken? Did you develop this trick yourself?
Yes, I did. I don't know why, but to sound very British, but more specifically like a couple of Pims by 10:30 a.m. kind of British.
Oh, yeah.
You just don't let your lips touch. Yeah, some words are a little bit more difficult than others. Right, honestly, I guarantee you try it. You're going to find it. It's fabulous. But, just don't let it touch. It's hilarious. And go on, try it, Graham.
I can't. I've had several pins. Now, music time approaches. Kylie, this new album, which I have an actual copy here,
Yeah!
Golden.
Wow!
This is it. And it's finally out today. And you know, I was lucky enough to hear some of it earlier, and you know how much I love it. So, the reviews, I mean, you must be thrilled. Everyone, this is...
I'm pretty chuffed, yeah. I'm pleased that it's worked.
Yeah.
It's I guess it's like making a film. It's such a journey to even just launch into it again, like the 30th year of my career in music, to go, can I do this? Yeah, I think I can do it. I'm really happy with the results.
Because you talked about how personal this album is, and a lot of the tracks are, I mean, really love, like, this, love letters to your fans,
Yeah.
there's songs about your relationship with music and things. But I read an interview where you were saying that when you started writing the songs, they were just too personal, they didn't work.
They were rubbish. And I'm really glad they were rubbish, because I'd just gone through a breakup, yawn, and so I kind of just got all this stuff out of my system. And then you know, I'm searching for the song, searching for what is the DNA of this album, what's it going to be? And kind of 6 months in, got to Nashville, and it all made sense. And by that time, I'd reclaimed myself. I felt great. I felt absolutely so happy to be working and kind of, you know, on my own path again. So it transpired that the good songs came later, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah. And the title is such a great title for an album, Golden. It's, you know, because it's
the picture. You're
Yeah.
so beautiful in that picture.
Oh,
goodness.
There we go. Kylie, Golden.
Golden. Available now.
And this is a sweet thing, kind of going full circle, that in Australia, the album's going to be promoted by your original label from 30 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I signed with a company called Mushroom Records in '87. This is a long time ago. Right.
Actually, this is kind of cool, because see this album? It's older than him. That's quite something, an album that's older than a guest.
Wow. Look at that hat. You can't look at that without... The brim hat.
Yeah.
It's not really a hat, is it? It's more of
It's a brim.
Yeah, it's a brim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the thing.
I probably not.
Yeah.
But that's your hair, though, right?
That is my hair.
I was going to say, I was like,
And great for calling taxi. Maybe a dog missing. Sheepdog trials in Australia. We don't know. But this is the album that started it all.
Yeah, did. God, I can't believe it. So I signed with this company, yeah, in '87, so it's over 30 years ago, and I'm still releasing records with them in Australia.
Well, listen, the time has come. Would you like to make your way over to the stage?
Absolutely will.
Kylie Minogue. Performing Stop Me From Falling from her album Golden is Kylie Minogue!
Somehow we've always been together, but never got together. I never felt the pressure till now. There's something in the air. I'm here and you're just there. I can't pretend that I don't care. One day I might get it right. I'm not ready for tonight. Caution, caution, amber lights. Still can't get you off my mind. Don't know how, I don't know where, but we're becoming more than friends. Getting closer to the edge. Stop me from falling. Should've seen the warning signs. Now I'm running out of time. Kinda wanna cross the line, but stop me from falling. For you, stop me from falling. For you, stop me from falling. Risk from a lion on your shoulder when I was feeling cold, and now I can't get over one kiss. A dangerous situation, I'm lost in hesitation. My heart's a little shaken. Yeah. One day I might get it right. Am I ready for tonight? Yeah. Caution, caution, amber lights. Still can't get you off my mind. Don't know how, I don't know where, but we're becoming more than friends.
The album is out. People can buy that music now.
Yes.
But presumably you are touring. You're doing a big tour. Is it
September.
September?
Yeah,
And is it
UK and
UK, Ireland?
And I'll be stealing some of the dance moves that I learnt tonight.
Of
so.
course.
I've already trademarked them in the break.
Yeah, that boneless chicken, that is
Yeah,
all
yeah.
over. Yeah. And is it like people can book and everything now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
can't
thank you
believe
very
so.
much. Kylie Minogue, everybody. So, stunning. Right, nearly it. But before we go, just time for our first visit of the series to the big red chair. Who's there? I don't know if you warned John about this. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name's Will.
Will. Lovely. And where do you live, Will?
I live in Kent.
In Kent, right.
Yes.
And what do you do in Kent?
I'm a consultant, management consultant.
A management consultant. OK,
Yes.
off you go with your story.
So I was in an airport lounge with my dad, and he goes off to the loo, and I see Robbie Williams. So I go over to him and I say, Robbie, can you make me look cool? Can you come over to me and say, hi, Will, how are you? So I go back to my seat. My dad comes out of the loo. Sure enough, Robbie comes over and says, hi, Will, how are you? And I said, fuck off, Robbie, I'm speaking to my dad.
You would think you're being nice to Will, and then he turns on you. Oh, so yeah, jump for one more. Okay, one more. Here we go. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
George. My name's George.
George. Lovely, George. And where do you live, George?
I live in Peterborough at the moment.
In Peter, at the moment.
Yes, well,
At
you
any
know.
moment he could move.
Not something like
Really, it's a Winnebago. But you know, that's where he's parked at the moment. And what do you do in Peterborough?
I'm a teacher.
A teacher of
Primary school.
Of primary school.